It seems Gaza's future will soon be decided at the West Wing as US President Donald Trump and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu meet for the fourth time. Trump has been optimistic about a deal which will enable the Palestinians to remain in Gaza Strip. However, Hamas has said that it has not yet received any negotiating deal.
President Trump, are you confident, sir, there'll be peace in Gaza anytime soon? And the 21-point plan, is everyone on board?
As Trump talks about greatness in the Middle East and something special, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's speech at the UN last week condemned the world leaders for encouraging terrorism against Jews by recognizing the Palestine state.
The leaders who recognize the Palestinian state this week sent to the Palestinians, it's a very clear message. Murdering Jews pays off. Well, I have a message for these leaders. When the most savage terrorists on earth are effusively praising your decision, you didn't do something right. You did something wrong, horribly wrong. Your disgraceful decision will encourage terrorism against Jews and against innocent people everywhere.
In yet another post on Truth Social, Trump said productive discussions were being held with the Middle East players. He also said Hamas has been aware of the talks. Describing it a period of death and darkness, the US president reiterated the demands to release the remaining 48 hostages for a permanent and long-lasting peace. Earlier, the US shared a 21-point proposal to end the war in Gaza and for the creation of a pathway for a future Palestinian state. The plan proposes for immediate release of hostages, encouraging Palestinians to remain in the Strip and granting amnesty to peaceful Hamas members. Meanwhile, families of 48 hostages with Hamas have written a letter to President Trump and urging and expressing their faith in him that he will be able to secure a deal and get the hostages back. On the one hand, Israeli Prime Minister's address at the UNGA witnessed delegates who walked out as a mark of protest. On the other, there were protests against Bibi in New York and in Tel Aviv.
He didn't talk about, didn't mention about anything about finishing this bloody war. And even the hostages, he didn't read all the hostages' names. So we've got to understand that they've got no time. They've got all to come back home.
If I could speak to Netanyahu, what would I say? I mean, I would like to speak to the Palestinian people. I mean, I would tell him that the Zionist occupation is nearing its end, that the Palestinian people will be free, that we know that they can attempt and brutalize people and kill and murder people all they want, but the people of the world, the people who have conscience, will never, never abandon the Palestinian cause, and that we are prepared to fight to the long end, right alongside our Palestinian siblings.
As Israel continues with its plan to go further into Gaza as a part of their ground offensive, the IDF drops leaflets over Gaza, urging people to leave. Meanwhile, organizers of an international aid flotilla said they would press on with attempts to break an Israeli naval embargo on Gaza, despite pleas by Italy to accept a compromise proposal and not take further risks. The global Summit flotilla, made of about 50 civilian boats, was hit by drones carrying stun grenades and itching powder in international waters 30 nautical miles off the Greek island of Gavdos. With Mahashweta Lala, Bureau Report, India Today.